Hey there, I'm Miss Bristow. I'm your instructor for English 232. This quick video is to show you how my class operates. There will be other videos throughout the course. This one I just want to show you how my Moodle is set up because every teacher's Moodle is pretty different, I'm sure. When you first log into my class, you're going to see information about my office hours over here. This is my email address. I would like you to sign up for Remind, and there's some information about that down here in the course. So first you'll find your syllabus, and I'm encouraging you to click on that link and read it. It has information not only about the learning outcomes for the class and what supplies you need, but it also has some important information about our Code of Academic Integrity and also my late work policy. So you will want to make sure that you read that thoroughly. Here's the course calendar for the class. It's tentative. I am thinking about making some changes to this course. But this will give you a general idea, and I will be updating as we go. Here's where you sign up for the Remind text. It doesn't cost you anything. Your phone does not get, your cell plan doesn't get billed for this, but it is a way for me to text you reminders and information, and you can text me back. We don't have to know one another's phone numbers. We can text through this. There is a link here to Smart Thinking, which you may use for getting help with your essays. And there should be a link also for the English Studio. If not, I need to add that. Those are our two tutoring services. Here is the enrollment verification activity, which if you've taken an online class here, you're very familiar with that. And then the first section is the introduction to the course. So there is one oddity of my course, and that is the deadline. Everyone thinks that my deadline is very strange. And I can tell you honestly that when I've thought about changing it, I remember the reasons why I made this the deadline, so I'm keeping it. Your work is due every Thursday at noon, and that's lunchtime. 12 noon is lunchtime. And one of the reasons I'm doing this is because it allows me to handle any kinds of emergencies during the daytime hours. Instead of when people have midnight deadlines, then a lot of times they get emergency emails at 11:30 at night, and I'm not checking my email at 11:30 at night. So when your deadline is at 12 noon, I'm fully available to help you if something terrible happens at 11 a.m. So knowing that this is your deadline, I'm going to be asking you, when you turn in your work this Thursday on January 12th, that you go ahead and look at what the next week ahead is. A lot of people do their work on the weekends, so don't wait until Monday of the week that your work is due to find out what you have to do. You may not have time to do it. So look ahead. When you turn this work in, go ahead and see what's due next Thursday so that you can plan to work on Friday or Saturday or Sunday if you're a weekend worker. Every week is going to have a brief title here of what we're doing that week, your deadline for when assignments are due, and then there will be an overview video. Each week I try to post an overview video that kind of walks you through Moodle because, again, everyone's Moodle is different. And though it makes sense to me and it seems organized to me, you probably have a lot of different Moodle pages you're looking at, and all of ours are different. So this will be an overview video, sort of like what I'm doing now, but usually I show my face in those videos. This week, because we already have this video that I'm making right now that I'll post in place of this older one, I've got a second video here, which is an overview of the course. This is sort of like the first day of class lecture that I might give if we were face-to-face. Then this is the PowerPoint that I think I may have hidden that, but it's the same information that's here. So here's the me speaking version, and then this is a PowerPoint of it. The assignments for this week are going to be to look at the connection between the Civil War and the rise of literature in America, because oftentimes big historical events have a huge impact on the people who are living through them, and among those people living through those events are writers. So we're going to have this lecture here called How the Civil War Transformed American Literature. Now, this lecture is found on a website that has a text version of the lecture. I want you to open both of them because the lecture you can listen to, but it's a man speaking at a podium. The website has some really interesting pictures from the time of the Civil War and of Walt Whitman, So I suggest, as I do here, that you perhaps do have a two-screen experience where you listen to the lecture, but then you look at the pictures and read along while you are listening to the lecture. And then there is a response I'm asking. It's a journal response for how the Civil War transformed America, and that you cannot open until you have watched the video. And then lastly, I'm going to ask you to look at some photographs of the Civil War. These are colorized photographs, and I think that makes such a difference in how real and of our time those pictures seem when they're not in black and white. So I'm asking you to look at some of those pictures and discuss that too. Each week is going to look very much like this. So there will be a watch portion, a read portion, and then sort of a do portion. The read and the do are kind of the same because it's kind of hard to, I mean, if you're reading, you are doing something. So sometimes these labels look a little different as I fool around with them, but that's basically the overview of the course. Each week will look similar to this right here. You'll log in, you'll see your due date, and you'll watch a video that walks you through the rest of the items that are down here. And I want to encourage you again, first thing, to, where did it go? Right here, this purple. I want you to sign up for that Remind app. If you have been part of a church group or in another class or on a swim team or a soccer team, you probably have already had experience with Remind. All right, and this is my email if you want to reach out to me before our class begins. Take care.